Hello. Okay, next tutorial. This time I'm dressed up as one of my own original characters, but to be honest, it does really feel like a whole Cenobite kind of Hellraiser type character, so I'm not really sure what category to put it in, but I had a lot of fun doing it. This is one of those makeups where I kind of just sit down and make it up as I go along, so I hope this is okay. So, if you'd like to learn how to do this makeup, stay tuned. Okie dokie pokey, so let's begin. So the first thing I'm going to use is a Latex Bald Cap. I'm also going to be blocking out both my eyebrows, so you know the drill by now. I'll be popping a link up there. Links will also be in the description bar below. Those links will take you to 2 videos where I teach you how to block out your eyebrows and to pop on a bald cap, just so I don't have to recap it in this video. It is worth mentioning, when you block out your eyebrows, as always I use Spirit Gum then wax, I'm also going to use an extra layer of Spirit Gum because I am going to be applying liquid latex to my brow, just to make it extra safe. That way when I remove it, obviously it won't remove my eyebrows because we don't want that. Yeah, so I'm going to go do both those things and we'll go from there. Okie dokie, so once I did all this, I went around the edge of my bald cap with about 3 layers of liquid latex just to blend off that edge. I can then take some more liquid latex and a sponge and I'm going to go over my forehead and do my classic angry brow that I like to do from time to time because it's lovely using prosthetics, but every now and again it's nice to do kind of like an out of the kit type makeup with latex and tissue. It's just fun. So the way I'm going to do that is take the liquid latex, apply that over my eyebrows and my forehead. Remember I said about blocking your eyebrows out extra secure just to make sure they're safe. Then I can let that dry and do it for about 3 more coats and then I can start building the area up with tissue, but I'll get to that once I've done the first 3 coats. Then I can start building up my forehead to make it a very angry looking demonic brow. So to do that, I took some regular tissue paper that I've pulled apart to get the thinner halves, and I'm going to tear that into fairly little strips just to make it a lot easier to work with, to make it a lot more manageable. So nothing too much bigger than this. I'm going to take some more liquid latex, apply it in the area that I'm going to be working on, which is the middle of my brow first. That's going to be the thicker area because it's going to fade out towards the edges. So we're talking maybe 7 coats of tissue in the middle and then it will fade out to maybe 3, then 1, and yeah. So then I take my tissue, pop that in the middle so it's completely saturated, take some more liquid latex and then go over the top of that. The idea then is to let that area dry and then apply another layer for around 7 coats. The overall shape of this brow is going to be very heavy here and kind of a V shape going up away from the brows. You can also manipulate the latex whilst it's not quite dry but not quite wet with your thumbs, pushing it down just to make that heavy ridge there to make it extra angry looking. So I'm just going to build up this entire area here with 7 coats, 3 coats of tissue, 1 coat of tissue until it blends off into just the latex itself. So there we are. So once you've built up enough layers and everything is nice and dry, it should look something like this. So as I mentioned, in between layers, I was pushing down the latex and the tissue just to get this really nice harsh ridge that kind of overlaps the eyes just to really sell that angry demonic expression. So next I can start working on the foundation. So I'm going to go for a pale but blue, maybe green hint type of look. Maybe with hints of grey in there. I'm not too sure yet. I'm just going to play with some colours. So I'm going to take a Superstar White watercolour to start off with, and I'm going to cover that all over my face, my bald cap, my ears, and not all of my neck because my costume is going to cover a lot of that, but a fair amount of that. That will work as a nice base that we can add extra colours to next. Then I can start working on layering up different colours. So I'm going to take another Superstar watercolour. This is in a medium shade of blue. And I'm going to apply that all in the areas that I would usually contour. So I'm going to go down the sides of my cheekbones. I'm going to go underneath my eyes and obviously accentuate this really angry brow. I'm also going to do a halo around my head just so I can blend the colour towards the centre of the face. So as you can see, just by blending it out, it gives that extra hint of colour in there and it just makes the whole thing a lot more three-dimensional. So then I'm going to take another blue. This one is quite a bit darker. This is actually a Wolf Hydro colour in 68. And I'm going to take that colour and I'm going to apply it mainly around the eye areas and just blend that colour out because we want the eyes obviously to be quite dark. I can then take a black watercolour by Superstar and I'm going to apply that pretty much in all of the areas where I did the first shade of blue, so around my cheekbones, around my temples, underneath my eyes, and I'm going to blend it out quite far. I'm not going to apply too much of the colour, but I'm going to apply enough that I can blend it out and make a nice contour to make the face look as hollow as possible. Then I'm taking a tiny bit of the black watercolour and I'm just going to go underneath the brow furrows that I've made with the latex just to really highlight them, and I can just blend that colour downwards. This next step is something I do whenever I create a demon or creature that I want to look really rustic, dirty, and kind of like it's crawled completely out of the shadows, and that is to take some black hairspray, and I'm going to do this outside off camera just because it's more ventilated, and the idea is to spray it at an arm's distance. I'm going to pass over my entire face, making sure not to get any like massive concentration of the colour anywhere in particular. I just want there to be a light speckling all over the face. I'm also going to spackle the colour by holding down the nozzle ever so slightly just to get a few little specks of colour here and there just to break up the complexion. So I'm just going to go do that. I'm then going to take some of my trusty M.A.C fluid line in Black Track, which is just a cream that's safe for the waterline of your eyes, and I'm just going to apply that just in the waterlines of the bottom set of my lashes and then on the top set, and I'm going to blend that out ever so slightly just because I think having a hint of skin tone in there really detracts from the look. So then onto the super fun part. I've been looking forward to this bit. So a few days ago I had a random idea that I wanted to do a makeup with fake barbed wire. I don't know why, I just suddenly decided that'd be interesting. I don't think I've ever done it, I've never seen it done, so I thought I'd give it a go. So I went on to Amazon and I bought 5 meters of fake silver barbed wire. Now this is made of rubber, it's completely harmless, it's not sharp in any way, it's bendy and fabulous. So the idea is that I'm going to cut this into strips that are just the right amount to go around my head. I'm going to tie it at the back of my head, and if I need to, apply a small amount of spirit gum to keep them in place. The idea is that I'm going to have it going across my face. I've not decided yet if I want it to go across or diagonal. I'll work that out as I go along, but yeah, I thought it'd be fun to try this. This whole makeup is made up on the spot based on my idea of this, so this could be interesting. So I'm going to start measuring these, cutting them into place, and then sticking them down. Okie dokie, so once you're happy with the placement, it should look something like this. So then you could stop here really, but I wanted to make the base as light as possible with several different shades of colour in there, but ultimately I wanted them to be quite pale because I wanted to apply some fake blood. I wanted there to be a nice sharp contrast between the bright red and the base colour, hence why I went for the light blues and the white colours. So the fake blood that I'm using is by Superstar. It's their stage blood and it's my favourite blood of all time. So I'm going to take that fake blood and apply it along some of the wires, not all of them because I think it would really detract from this look. There'll be too much going on. I just want there to be the occasional trickle of blood coming from maybe every 3 of these wires. I really don't want it to be overpowering, so just use really small amounts going on every few wires. Okay, so that's the fake blood applied. So then the last step is to pop in some contact lenses, pop on a costume, and I do believe I'm done. And there we go, that's my look, officially complete. So I finished the look off by popping in 2 black Sclera contact lenses that I got from Sclera XL. I just think it helps make the creature's eyes look a lot more demonic and dead and soulless and, yeah, basically very fun. The costume that I popped on is this really long, beautiful, full body coat that's covered in zips and chains, and it's just wonderful. I actually got it from Hot Topic in America about, I want to say, 13, 14 years ago, so it's quite old, but fun. But yeah, so that's my tutorial. I really hope you all enjoyed this look. I had a lot of fun doing it. It's really nice to just sit down and make some makeups up on the spot. I mean, I knew I wanted to do a makeup that had this whole barbed wire across the face, but I didn't know which direction it would go in, so I hope this is okay. It's definitely got like a Hellraiser vibe, isn't it? Kind of like Dr. Channard, kind of like a Cenobite vibe, which is fun. But yeah, so once again, thanks everyone so much for watching. If you like this video, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. And yeah, so until next time. Bye, Fluffies!